Hello. So in this video lecture, we discuss parturition and lactation in human females. As we know, the duration of the pregnancy in human female is about 9 months, and this 9-month period is called gestation period. And at the end of the gestation period, the vigorous contraction in the uterine muscles takes place, and it results into the expulsion of the baby or the delivery of the fetus. Okay, and this process is called parturition, right? So this process of birth is called parturition. The parturition is induced by a very complex neuroendocrine mechanism. The signals for this neuroendocrine mechanism, it started from the fully developed fetus as well as the placenta, right? And it induces mild uterine contraction, and those contractions are called fetal ejection reflex. So fetal ejection reflex has been originated by the fully developed fetus as well as the placenta itself. And as the fetal ejection reflex comes, so it triggers the pituitary gland for the secretion of oxytocin. And as the oxytocin secretes, the uterine muscle contraction will become more and more, and further this uterine contraction acts on to the pituitary gland to secrete more and more amount of oxytocin. So simultaneous reflex between the uterine contraction and the oxytocin secretion results into the stronger and stronger contraction of the uterine muscles or smooth muscles of the uterus. So finally that leads to the labor or labor pain, right? And finally the baby comes out from the uterus through the birth canal, right? And that process, as we discussed, is called parturition. Soon after the parturition, the placenta has also been expelled out from the uterus. Okay, now you heard many times before the delivery doctors injecting something inside the female for the smooth delivery, and those injections are nothing but the injection of oxytocin, right? So this is the hormone which is called main parturition hormone and is responsible for the parturition, right? But after parturition, the oxytocin, it stimulates the milk ejection reflex. That's why this is called milk late dawn hormone, right? When after the delivery, right? So oxytocin, it stimulates the milk late dawn, right, by a milk ejecting reflex. All right, okay. So this is the human fetus within the uterus. Just have a look to this figure. So the human fetus is surrounded by many more membranous layer, and here we discuss 4 different membranes. The first is the amnion. Okay, so this white color membrane structure is called amnion, just on the surface of the fetus or embryo. But inside that a fluid is there, and that fluid is called amniotic fluid, right? And cavity is called amniotic cavity. Inside that the fetus is floating, right? This fetus is floating, and you heard about the amniocentesis, right? So this fluid are taken by the doctor with the help of a syringe, right? And that can be very helpful for the determination of any, the chromosomal defect or the other diseased condition in the embryo, right? Above that another layer is there, and the second layer is called chorion, right? So chorion, in front of the placenta, it forms a villi like structure, right? That zip like structure we discussed earlier and called chorionic villi. Okay, then third layer or third membranous structure is called allantois. This structure is allantois. Here you can see this yellow structure parallel to the umbilical cord, and finally this allantois will form the blood capillaries and merge into the umbilical cord to provide the nutrition, oxygen, etc., etc. to the developing embryo. And the fourth structure, which is called yolk sac. This yolk sac is filled with the yolk, and in the early days, like first month, second month also, the nutrition to the fetus. But once the umbilical cord has been well established, then this yolk sac has no more providing the nutrition. That is, the nutrients are almost over in the yolk sac. So now the remnant of the yolk sac is there, just a tube like structure of yolk sac is present in the embryo, right? So now we have a look to the different hormones secreted by the placenta. So placenta secretes many hormones, but 4 hormones which are very, very important. The first hormone is HCG, we discussed earlier. So HCG, it rescues the corpus luteum. It prevents the corpus luteum until the 3rd to 4th month of the pregnancy, and it makes the secretion of the progesterone and estrogen, right, which maintains the endodermal lining of the uterus during the pregnancy. It also helps in the preparation of mammary gland during the lactation, right? Apart from that, it also prepares the mother's body for the birth. Okay, you can remember the HCG is the hormone by which the pregnancy test can be done by the Gravidex test we discussed earlier, right? Second hormone, which is relaxin, this one. So relaxin, it increases the flexibility of the pubic symphysis for the smooth passage of the fetus or the embryo fetus, we can say here. It also helps in the dilation of the uterine cervix during the labor. The third hormone, which is called HPL, very, very important hormone. This is also called HCS, human chorionic somatomammotrophine, or human placental lactogen. This hormone helps in the preparation of the mammary gland for the lactation. It enhances the growth of the protein synthesis. It decreases the glucose metabolism and increases the fat metabolism for the ATP production, right? The fourth hormone is corticotropin releasing hormone. So it establishes the timing of birth, right? And it enhances the secretion of the cortisol and other hormones, right? So finally, the mammary glands of the female undergo differentiation during the pregnancy and start producing milk towards the end of the pregnancy, and this process is called lactation. And this lactation is used by the females or mothers to feed the newborn. And in the early days, the human milk is called colostrum, that contains IgA antibody, which provides immunity to the newborn baby. That's why doctor normally recommends mother's milk during the initial days of the child feeding. So friends, that's it in this chapter. If you have any question, you can write me in my inbox. So thank you very much.